I really don't know how the agenda will be. So if you can just drive me, give me just a brief of how we will be doing it, and I'll take it from there.
Okay, sure, Kumar. So, Kumar, maybe we can start with a brief introduction. How many years of experience you have, what's your current domain is, what your current profile is. Just few lines
Mm-hmm.
on yourself, two or three lines, and then you
Right.
can share your experiences, or you can talk about what do you think are qualities of a good business analyst. So maybe we can pick up one quality and then we can check with our audience if they have any
Right.
questions around that, and then move over to the second one and then to the third one, like that. Yeah. Okay.
That sounds great. That sounds great.
Mhm.
Okay, so hello everyone. My name is Kumar Devudkar. I am actually from Pune, Maharashtra. Uh, Completed my college and masters. Then from a from a career point of view, I started as a business analyst from 2017, I would say. I worked as a business analyst in a service domain. I mean, there was no core domain as such. I got a core domain in 2019. It was clients. I was working there as a business analyst. My core role was to engage with clients, ensure that the product of the requirements are delivered within the given time, scope, and money. So uh, I worked there. I got promoted as a senior business analyst. Later on, I moved into Quantify. That this was during COVID period. Over there, my domain was insurance, and again, I was working there as a senior business analyst, handling my junior peers, ensuring that the requirements are getting noted down, documented properly, and also ensuring that the scope is well defined and within the signed project. Uh, Post which I thought of moving abroad. Things were not working out fine, so I took back. I mean, I started from scratch. I got my education over here in Ireland. I did my master's in business analytics, and currently I'm working as a business analyst in a banking domain. The bank is PTSB. It's just been around a couple of months that I have started working over here. Uh, apart from that, uh, apart from that, it's just that from a business analyst point of view, I mean, I will directly deep dive into what I have been thinking of, what business analyst should be like, or should be like. uh, Number one quality should be about understanding the requirement properly. Now when I say that, most of us are, I mean, we try to always come up with our own ideas. We always try to come up with our own structure. Things will be very, I would say, things will be very smooth if we let the uh, stakeholders speak first, because there are a few things which we might not know. There are a few things which we might not be aware of, and in those situations, in those instances, the stakeholders might take us for a ride. That, oh, this is something that we did not expect it, but if you're giving it, it's fine. Please, we can have it. It's for free of us, for us. So rather than we talking a lot, just stay calm for a while, look around. What of a business analyst? Now when I talk about business analyst, not only from a business analyst point of view, not only from a requirement gathering point of view, but also when you're trying to define the solution, whenever you're trying to define a process, whenever you're trying to define anything. So just make sure that your presence of mind is there. You're getting to know what actually the stakeholder. So this would be my number one uh, take of a good quality. I mean, number one take on the number one quality of a business analyst. That will be number one. Second will be uh, about not giving up. Now these are things which might not be there in the books, but when you actually start working, the ground experience I am saying that you should never give up on whatever problem the stakeholder comes up with. I mean, not just it should not be just your client. It should not be just your manager. But even if your peer comes up with a question, you should have an answer. I mean, so I keep this mantra with me that if you can't do things, make sure you know how to get things done for you. So if, I mean, even if it is a coding related thing, even if it is a marketing related thing, even if it is a sales director related things, these domains, or I would say these uh, areas might not be your expertise, but you should know these things. So know your surroundings. I mean, the first couple of years, whenever you join any company, start knowing your surroundings. Start to understand who points where you can just uh, at a just shout of a word your work. I mean, you should know where things will start. You should know where the solution is. So that would be my second take on a good quality of a business analyst. Third thing is never get underestimated. Now, let me tell you about myself. I have so many coders. I mean, so many developers with whom I work. Each every one of them will be like, "Oh, this will not happen. Uh, this activity will not happen in this period of time." So ask questions as if the project is yours. Ask as if the deadline is tomorrow. Why will it not happen? If the reason is valid, well and good. If not, then go back to the project manager, ask him how can we get this thing done in that specific duration of time, specific number of people with them. How can we make this happen? So start asking questions, and you can ask them questions only and only when you get that confidence, you get that feeling of. So, Shipra, I mean, I just gave three. Would you like to open any open up for any questions for the audience?
Yeah, sure, Kumar. So yes, so Kumar has raised us, some very good points. So Kumar, there were some disturbances in between, but more or less, we were able to hear you out. So yeah, any questions for Kumar so far? So yeah, he has raised a couple of very good points. So one point which he has suggested is know your system. So whatever system you are working on, you should know in and out of it what is possible, what is not possible, how much effort is involved. Because if you propose something to the client, client is going to say yes, we want it. You know. Because they see it as a complete product being available to them, but it might take your team a lot of effort to deliver those things, and you don't want to be in a situation wherein project manager is coming to you and saying that you have increased the scope. So stick to the scope or the original intention or the original scope of the project. And if you think something is not included in the scope, do note it down as an assumption and make sure it's part of the relevant document, be it project initiation document or product requirement document or whatever document it is, statement of work. So make sure your assumptions are also noted down. Um, yeah. So don't increase the scope. That's one point. Know your system. Second point. Yeah. And um, and on asking questions, Kumar, I have a slightly different view. So asking questions is good.
Yeah.
Do ask questions. Yeah. But
Mm-hmm.
don't question the estimates given by the dev team until and unless they are lot of there is a lot of variance, because you don't want to be you don't want to portray yourself as someone who is a problem maker or who always puts a question mark on the estimates given by the dev team, right? Because dev team needs some buffer, because they also want to have a smooth life. So though we know that something can be done in just 1 hour, but they might take 3 hours or 4 hours as an estimate, right? So you might be like, why will it take so much time? But according to them, it will be like, I have to understand the requirement. I have to code the requirement. Then I have to maybe prepare some technical document, get an approval on it. I may have to do a unit
Right.
testing, right? So they might have, some considerations on their own. So if they are giving an estimate instead of 1 hour, if they are giving an estimate for 4 hours, a BA should not be questioning them, a project manager should be questioning them. Yeah. Until and unless, so BA can just give a recommendation saying that this should not take so much time, and don't give recommendation on each and everything, don't question each and everything that developer is saying. Only question those things which are very very different. So if you think something takes 1 hour and they are asking, 1 week for it, then go and ask the question, right? That why, what approach they are thinking, and then also you have to, be cautious of why, what questioning you are putting in. So you have to, check with them. Okay, as per me, all you need to do is make a change in this area, and it should start working in, and it should not take you more than 1 hour. But why do you think, or what approach you are taking, so that you think that it will take a week, right? So talk on the approach. Don't talk on the hours or the estimates. That until and unless you are also doing project management activities, if you see what I mean.
Absolutely. Maybe I might be working in a position where
Yeah.
I had to do everything. That's why I mean
Mm-hmm. No, yeah.
I had to ask these kind of questions. But from a business analyst point of view, number one will be that you should never ask anything to the developer. It should be the project manager who will question it. I mean, from a core business analyst perspective, it will be the project manager with whom you will be discussing all these things, and let the project manager give you the final estimates. But if you feel that these estimates are not according to what you think, then obviously you can raise those
Mm-hmm.
things. uh, like how we, as a business analyst, if we are fresher, 1 year 2 year experience, we will not be able to understand the estimates properly. But as and when we uh, grow in that role, we come to know, okay, for this particular activity it will take 3 hours, it for this particular activity it will take 1 day. Then why is he asking for 4 days? Maybe he might not be that experienced developer. Maybe he might need some more help from other departments, maybe some access requests. So those things are something that you will get to know as and when you work in that company or work in that domain.
Mm-hmm.
This is what I feel. But I'm really sorry if I might
No,
have
no.
uh,
Sorry to interrupt,
expressed it.
Kumar. Normally, what Chitra also want to intended and what you want to intended, you both are going on a right track only. But it depends upon the what methodology you use, waterfall or agile. See, if you use the agile
Okay.
methodology, then all will be depend upon your Scrum Master. So Scrum Master will be having that onus that he will be speaking to the project manager or a developer head or a senior team member, so then he will bifurcate it out, whether that would be fit in your deliverable timeline or not. But in the parallel, if you have the waterfall methodology, then yeah, you are also correct that you need to have a discussion with respect to, okay, what is the justification of having the timeline extended and whether it meets to your deliverable timelines or not. So both are on the same track, but depend upon the methodology we use so far.
No, Neil. So even in waterfall, project manager will own the estimates or own the planning, right? So
Correct, correct.
I have seen many people, maybe Kumar is having same experience, that many people are, being put up into a BA role plus a scrum master or a project manager role, which are contradictory roles according to me. But if I talk from only from BA perspective, right? So in smaller organizations or in smaller projects, even in big organizations as well, one person is doing all these activities. The same person is coordinating with client, coordinating with dev and QC, and doing the business analysis activities as well, giving the status report as well, right? So many people do a lot of activities which are not pure BA work. But from pure BA perspective, estimates is something that is between project manager and the developer. You can only give your recommendations, saying that according to you this should not take so much time, and you can question the approach that the technical team member is going to take. you cannot you cannot question the estimates given by the dev.
Correct, correct.
You can question the
Agreed.
estimates given by BA team, or you can let
Hmm.
a project manager know that don't apply a standard formula, don't apply 40% of BA effort for this activity, because here the business analysis work is much more than development work. So sometimes what happens is, like, BA takes 8 days and then give a requirement which is just 1 minute job, right? So that is also possible, because BA needs to liaise with client and do lot of discussions and try to find a easy to implement solution. And that easy to implement solution might be just 1 hour work for dev, but in order to arrive at that solution, BA might be taking 10 times or 20 times more time. So in those cases, BA can discuss the BA estimates with the project manager. They can also suggest that according to you, this activity. So project manager will not give estimates to BA team, right? So BA will have a view of the estimates, because the everything will be there in the requirement management system. So they will have a view of how much dev is charging, but uh, they can only give recommendations. They can only discuss on the approach. Ideally they should not question it. That's what I'm saying. In a pure BA role, but if you are wearing multiple hats, if you are also doing scrum management activities, then of course you can have those discussions with the dev. uh,
So
yeah, it
Honestly,
is independent of agile or waterfall.
that's correct. But honestly, to be if I see from past couple of years, we are not seeing business. I mean, roles with just business analyst responsibilities. You will get a lot of responsibilities along with BA. Maybe it's because of the company crunch, shortage of shortage of the teams. But a BA, so you need to be ready for these activities. That yes, if you are a BA and if there is a project manager requirement or responsibility that has been given to you, you should be ready for that as well. But yes, what you are saying is absolutely correct. I'm not denying the fact. Maybe I am coming from a background where I had to do everything, and that's why I just shared my experience. I just shared my experience.
Yeah, no, as I said, many people are having same experiences, but I just wanted to have a clear cut, distinction between what BA is supposed to do and what not. But yes,
Yes,
so you have raised a very very good point, Sir Kumar.
I guess
Yeah,
Shipra having a soft corner towards the developer, I guess.
yes, even I'm getting that.
No, no, correct.
yeah. Um,
So, so let me tell you,
mhm.
Shipra, that BAs and testers will go hand to hand, and they fight against the developers. That's when the project, that's when the product that you get, that will be good. That will be a good product.
Yes, I completely agree with you. So if there is a project where there are no fights, of course everyone has gone into a mode wherein they don't care. So you only fight if you care.
Yes.
So having fights is good, but of course nothing should be taken on personal front, right? So that person is doing his job, you are doing your job. So be professional. Stick to what is ideal, right? So don't give in, don't fight. Be flexible, I'll say. Yeah, but good fights should be there. Otherwise, everyone is in complacent mode, and they are like, let me do 9 to 6 and go home. So that's not good for the quality of the project, for sure. I completely agree with that. So we have a couple of speakers with us on stage. Let me just quickly, do a walk around and see if anyone has any questions, or if anyone will like to, join in. Srinivas, anything from your side?
No, Shifa.
Yeah, thank you. Manisha, we can't hear you, Manisha. Please check your phones and speakers. Kushi?
Yeah, I wanted to ask this question where he rightly said that there is a multiple tasking job opportunity that he's got. So wanted to ask you regarding that. Is the job opportunities going to be lesser for a business analyst in the upcoming future?
Uh, I'm not saying that the job opportunities will be lesser. The role, the title you will get will be as a business analyst, but the hats you will have to wear will be multiple. So, as a business analyst, your core roles and responsibilities will be related to business analyst. But along with that, you might also have to wear a hat of being a scrum master. You might also have to wear a hat of being a project manager or a product owner, because I would say some of the other activities are linked as a business analyst only. And what company looks at is, if business analyst can do these number of activities, why can't he do activities of a scrum master as well? So let me tell you my thing. Right now, the company in which I'm working, I'm handling three teams. For one team, I am a hardcore scrum master. For another team, I am a business analyst. And for the third team, I am into planning and management. So I know for which team what my scope will be. But I also know that I'm a business analyst by profession. So my only take over here would be, or my only give over here would be ready for whatever comes in your plate, but just make sure that wherever you're working, it has already been defined, be it business analyst, be it product owner, or because like how for first it was Scrum. I mean, first we had two methodologies. One was Scrum, one was Kanban. Then there were projects in which both the methodologies didn't work. They came up with a new thing, Scrum Ban, and something of that sort. Similarly, business analyst will also have to, or people see business analyst from a scrum master point of view as well, from a product owner point of view as well. Sometimes they will also ask you to do MI related things. That this is I mean, they need to see a projection of or capacity planning of the entire project. Just tell me how many people will be needed on which days. So you should be ready to learn these things. If you don't know, be uh, how can I say, if you don't know, just be open with them that I don't know this, but I'm ready to learn. And of course, they will guide you with all the material that you will need.
Oh, thank you so much.
Thank you, Kushi.
Yeah, thanks, Priti. Thanks, Kumar. Kirti?
Hi, good evening, all. I'm happy to see these kind of great discussions and healthy conversations are happening. I'm entirely new for this community. Let me introduce myself. I'm Keerthi Vasan. I'm a part of Comcast, working as a business analyst. I have just joined Comcast, and the domain of this project is entirely different as a cloud infrastructure. As Kumar mentioned, I have one doubt in that part. I just want to explore the field. I have been in the team for past 3 months, but teams are quite busy with their task. They are doing most of the operations work like Windows or Linux and multiple domains as well, backup storage. But I couldn't able to knock them and understand from the start how they work, those kind of stuff. What approach you guys will suggest me to extract insights from the stakeholders perspective to understand the entire life cycle?
So was that a question for me, or was that for an open question? Because if that is the case, then I would first like Shipra to answer, because my approach would be a bit different. See, the developers or the people who have already been working there, they have their X number of work allotted to them, and they know they have to finish it up. You are new over there. Maybe you can ask them, you can ask for links, you can ask for material, but no one is going to spoon feed you. No one is going to sit with you and explain you everything. So that is something that you will have to do it on your own. A very harsh truth, but right now that is why people, I mean, companies are looking for uh, participants, or companies are looking for people who already have that experience in the domain, because they are not even interested to invest a new candidate in any particular domain. So just go to your peers, ask them that I am new over here, I know you have a lot of work in your plate, but just give me 5 to 10 minutes. tell me what are the things that I need to learn. If there are any documentation, if there are any materials, maybe even YouTube videos, just share it with me. At least even if you get the base, you will start understanding the project, and you will start understanding your role as well. If you're not, I mean, see, you're 3 months into the in the company, and if you're not working according to your role, then obviously after 1 year at the time of appraisal, the questions will be raised that what did you perform. I mean, what was your what how would I say, achievements based on your roles and responsibilities defined. So start asking questions, start getting knowledge, and start getting your hands on as soon as possible, as I would say, Kirti. Shrivara, would
Thank
you
you.
like to add anything more?
No, that's a good suggestion, Neil. Only point from my side is start working. So you can get 20 documents, 100-page documents. You can go through those documents, and you can bring yourself up to speed. But you won't do the learning. The practical knowledge will only come once you start working. So get an assignment from your project manager. Ask him. I don't know anything, but at least if you can give me a simple work to start with. So once they give you a small work, right? So it is very important that you set the expectations upfront, that you will take longer, you will be learning side by side, and you might be asking some questions, or you might be reaching out to people to get answers on. But people will be, so if you ask someone, give me a KT for 1 hour, right? So that person might not be interested in answering you. But if you say, I have this assignment, I need to complete this assignment, but I need some inputs from your side. So it becomes obligation on them also to provide you inputs, because that's work related, right? So no one, as Neil mentioned, no one is being paid for teaching you, or no one is being paid for making you learn. But they are being paid to help with the project work, help with the organization work. So once you get involved in the work, you will learn side by side. There will be a lot of things which you will not know. So people will take different terms, they'll talk about different things. So just make a note of all those things, and go back to Google, go back to ChatGPT, try to get answers from there, and then slowly and slowly you will see that your knowledge, practical knowledge, has started building up. So don't think that it's going to be a college like environment, or a school like environment, where teacher will come and teach you, and you'll be given a year to learn. No, that's not going to happen. You have been hired to work, you have not been hired to learn. So you have to learn side by side so that you can work. So you have to do it yourself, and you can only do it yourself once you start getting involved, once you start getting your hands in, right? So I can give you a system, and I can say, play around with the system, learn the system. You will run one scenario, two scenario, maybe you will watch some learning videos, but you won't know why I'm doing this, right? So only when client comes to you and say, this is my problem, solve it, and then you start looking into it, then you start looking into the system side by side, then you will actually realize the business aspects of the system, right? So just get some smaller assignment for yourself, and slowly you'll start building up your knowledge.
Thank you for the constructive feedback. Maybe my question has headed into different directions, but I just want to reiterate properly, in the sense I am the one, I have a knowledge, I can able to knock and extract the data what I want, or else I can surf and extract. But the question is like, when I switched from a different domain into a new domain, where can I get multiple things, like the domain is new, and the documents are confidential, only stays within the organizations. That is quite difficult to get access for the documents, and most of the things are not properly documented, up to dated. So I hope everyone agrees that. So in that case, the document is not there, and then the engineers or the persons is completely relied on work. I can understand, I can knock for 10 or 15 minutes, from that time I can get. But in a long run, for an entire application needs to be developed for one particular operation teams, I should know the from the scratch, but I couldn't able to get the details inside the organization. In that sense, what can I do? Maybe
I would like to ask. I would like to answer this, Kirti. So,
Yep.
be it any domain, the base will always remain common, and the material you will get thousands of it on the internet. Once you take the base, just go back to your manager, tell him that
Okay.
I have done this, and these are the extra parts related specific to the company which I don't know about. Maybe it is not documented, maybe it is restricted documents, I'm not allowed to use it. But if I'm not allowed to use it, how will I come to know about how this works? So if you go from this approach that this is what I have done and this is what I need to do, I'm sure your
Okay.
manager will come to know that yes, he is getting stuck somewhere and he needs to help you.
Okay.
So just try
Thanks.
this approach. I'm
Sure.
pretty sure he will be able to help you in this case. But
Sure.
the,
Sure.
the but the base of every domain or every related domain is the same, and you will get the data. I mean, you'll get thousands of documents. You'll get thousands of domain related information on YouTube also.
Okay. Understand.
Yeah. And one more thing. So domain is vast, right? So I'm working in insurance domain from 17
Yep.
plus years now, and still I feel that there are so many things I don't know. So everyone, every time I come across a new requirement and client starts speaking about it, I'm completely lost. Okay, okay, this happens like this. I didn't know, right? Of course I don't tell to the client, but domain is always vast, right? You won't get hands on, or you don't get learning of each and everything, and that's why I'm saying start working on it. So until and unless you start working on it, you can watch thousands of YouTubes available. You can watch, read, go through 2,000 documents available on Google, but you won't know what is useful and what is not useful, right? Right now, so much information is out there, but I find that 95% of it is not what you are looking for right now. So maybe most of it will come in handy in future, but right now you might be looking for one small area, and that area is just 5% of, or even 1% of the total knowledge that you will come across. So uh, going through the documents, and of course you should have some basic some basic access to the available documents. If others can access it, you can also raise a query, for or you can raise a request to have access on the existing documents. But see, once you get an assignment from your project manager, and then you go back to the project manager and say that in order to progress on this assignment, I need access to this document. Yeah, they will be more than keen to give you the access. If you just say, can you give me access to this document, or this repository, they'll be like, why do you need it? But if you say, I have this assignment and I have to do this, and give me access for this particular folder, or give me access for this particular channel, they will have to remove that blocker for you. This is your answer. So
Thank you,
Yes.
Shifra and
yeah.
Kumar. That answered my question.
Kirti, adding to what Shifra and Kumar has suggested. So only one point I have one query with respect to what your profile is being over there. So basically, whatever you have said that you have got some technical domain with respect to the cloud computing and all such thing, I guess. So are you from a technical background, or are you from the functional side?
So I'm not from the technical. So I was previously working for the software development company as an business analyst, and then later I got an opportunity. And here the role seems to be a bit different. I don't have any knowledge about cloud and infra,
Mhm.
but here they want to liaise the bridge between the stakeholders and the developers, and which the team is going to kick off. So
Okay.
uh,
So
obviously the development team is also not set yet completely.
correct, correct.
So before that, I just want to understand it's a smooth starting
So I
process.
guess that particularly project is been assigned to you, taking you as a techno-functional guy over there, as a business analyst over there. So as Kumar also specified, you need to have a discussion with your project manager that particularly what your particularly gap is over there. Okay, whether their understanding gap is there, Or see, documents, I also understand that cloud infra and also think documents are means from the Google side, somewhat of the documents might be, but that document would be helpful or wouldn't be helpful depending on your organization. So either you need to get it from the scratch itself, or you can just take your help, because in your team there might be a certain resources over there who might be having an experience in this cloud infra. So have a discussion. Means that if you don't speak it up, then they won't be able to know your problems and the issues that you are facing. So rightly said that particularly you need to speak it up and get support from your team members. So if you want to just move ahead with that particular same domain over there, but if you are finding the difficulties and also things, then you need to just catch up with your project manager and take a lead over there.
Sure. Thank you,
And
Neil, for your
yeah,
feedback.
My only highlight over here was don't go with a blank face. I mean, don't go empty-handed. If you keep something in your plate that this is what I have done, obviously the manager will understand that you have done your part, what was capable by from your side, and he will then it is his action to take now. So that was my take of my suggestion that I gave you second time.
Thank you, Kumar. That's also a great point.
Thanks Kirti.
Mm. And
Yeah, Shipra, sorry.
and before we move on, just wanted to suggest one thing. So Kirti, you are not alone. So it's an everyday story in a BA life. So BA is the first person that gets assigned to a project, or BA is the first person who starts thinking about what needs to be done, right? So developers get what needs to be done, QC gets what needs to be done, project manager gets, this is the project scope. uh, so they everyone gets something on to start with, but BAs are the ones who don't get much information to start with. So they'll be like, client is looking for something, go and ask him and what he's looking for. And then you have to do the elicitation, then you have to find out, okay, client wants this, what capabilities my system has, what capabilities my system doesn't have, and is it a very new system I have to start build from scratch. So there are lot many unanswered questions which a BA come across on everyday basis, right? So it's just a start. You'll find similar challenges throughout your BA career, be it same domain, be it a different domain. So every project is different, every project is new, right? And BA is the first person to start or who kicks off this new project. So every BA faces these challenges, which so you are not alone. Yeah. So thanks for the
Thank you for the words,
yeah. So
Shipra.
thanks for raising this a very important point. Manisha, let's see if we can hear you now. No, Manisha, we can't hear you still. Um, I'm not sure what happens, but yeah, some issue seems to be there at your end. Harshit,
Yeah, hi everyone.
hi.
So I'm very glad to join this community. I just have one question, like it would be really good to know. Currently, while researching about the market, I realized that data analysis has become an essential part of business analysts. I'm very glad to join this community. I just have one question, like it would be My voice is echoing. Is it echoing for me? Currently, while
Yeah.
researching about the
Kumar and
market,
Neil,
I
may I request
realized
you
that
to go
data
on mute if
analysis
you're
has
not
become an
speaking?
essential part of business analysts.
I'm already on mute.
No, Neil, you are not on mute.
same here. We are on the mute only. Shipra.
It's saying the speaker and we can hear you. So Harsh's voice is echoing.
Should I repeat?
I don't know how to go on mute on this. I've turned off my mic.
Yeah,
Is that what you're saying by
just give me a
mute?
minute. I'll mute everyone. Yeah.
Yeah.
Should I repeat? I don't know.
Harshit?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's try it now.
Okay. So I wanted to ask, like, data analysis has now become a important part of being business analyst. However, I haven't seen much about data analysis in the Babok also. So is it like the trend has updated that data analysis is becoming an essential part of this role now?
No, Harshit. So actually, there are two different roles. One is business analyst, who is on functional side of things, and other is business analytics, which is a more like data associated role. So lot many people confuse these two roles, business analytics profile and business analysis profile, and they call both of them as business analyst only. So you might be getting hired for a business analyst role, and they might be looking for someone with business analytics, wherein the person is expected to prepare some reports, extract the data, work on the data, do data analysis. So that's business analytics profile. Another is business analysis profile, wherein it's more of a functional role, wherein you'll provide support to the client, you'll understand their requirements, jot down those requirements, and then deal with the dev and QC to get those requirements implemented. So if you are looking at a DA kind of a description, or if someone is asking for a Tableau or Power BI tool knowledge, then it is a business analytics profile. Only the designation which they have given is a business analyst, either to attract more people, or to or because they don't know the difference. So many times HR post these job openings, and they don't know the difference between business analytics and business analysis.
Okay, thank you. Like I was really getting confused. Like nowadays, more and more opportunities come up as data analytics also being part of business analyst. So thank you for the insight.
Yeah, so they just give the designation as business analysis because they don't know the difference, or business analyst has more key to it, or more ring to it, so people gets more attracted towards business analyst profile. But if you say them it's a data analytics profile, they try to run away from it. I'm not sure why. Data business analytics is also a very very good and good role. Both roles are equivalent, but yes, you have to know which role you are going for, you because you don't want to get hired in a completely different profile.
True, very true.
Yeah.
I would just like to add one more point, Shipra,
Mm.
that right now currently, as a business analyst, this word has become so open, so wide, that you might never know what responsibilities might be handed over to you as a business analyst. So just try to read the responsibilities, the requirements of that job role, and based on that you can take a decision whether that role is a business analyst role, or a data analyst role, or a business analytics role. So just go through the job role once you apply for that, before you apply for that.
Thank you, Kumar. Very rightly said. But nowadays, like the volume, what I saw, that made me realize like whether if I'm doing something wrong by not doing the data analysis, or do I really need to do the courses upon SQL and other data analytics part. So just that is what
now
was
that
something.
now now that depends on which company you will be joining. There are companies who will ask for the basics of data, which is SQL. Then there are companies who will even ask if you have basic knowledge of Python. Trust me, there are
Hmm.
companies who will ask for it, but
Yeah,
it does not fall to the core business analysis requirements. But as I said earlier, that along with business analyst, you will have to these all are kind of good to know things that you should be knowing, because if company tomorrow asks you to extract any data, you should know the basics of SQL queries, you should know the basic of Power BI, you should know the basic of Tableau and Python. So these are the good to know things where company sees that if you are capable enough to uh, do the primarily activities of a data analyst, But as I said earlier, just go through the roles and go through the responsibilities of what they're actually asking for, and then you can decide whether they are looking for a technical business analyst or whether they are looking for a functional business analyst.
So, Kumar,
So,
uh, one question to my side, first of all. So, I would like to know, is there any three ways of business analytics role, a business analysis role? Like one is technical, one is functional, and one thing which is non-functional also, which is not coming under technical. Is that also an BA role as such?
Is this who's this? Manisha?
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, yeah. So Manisha, non-technical business analysts are no one but functional business analyst.
No, non-functional they are saying, but they are not sure about the technicality, the role.
My bad, my bad. Non-technical business analysts are no one but the functional business analyst only. So there is no technical, non-technical, and functional. It will be either technical or it will be a functional business analyst.
Okay.
Because if what you third way, the third, you will not be able to differentiate between a non-technical and a functional business analyst if that is the case.
Hmm. Okay, got it.
So it is either a technical business analyst where they will expect you to have some kind of technical knowledge. Also, if required, they will give you tasks related to some technical things, or it will be a functional role where technical aspects will be handed over to the developers or to whoever. We don't care. We are business analysts. We are functional business analysts where we know the core will be to engage with the stakeholders, to scope down the requirement, to scope the timeline, to ensure that the product is delivered. So we focus more over there, not on the technical aspect.
Okay. Answer. So one thing I would like to add, my mic was not working at the time. So Shipra, may I? Yeah.
Yeah, sure, Manisha, go ahead.
So yeah, Kirti, I would suggest you to do some basic course on cloud infrastructure, which is at most needed at your stage of role and responsibilities, because you has completed 3 months and your role actually has been hired for cloud infrastructure. So I would suggest you to have in some Udemy course or some basic cloud functionalities, so that you should have the basic knowledge about cloud and how does it works, so that you can understand the technical aspects and it will actually help you. Other than that, there is a high chances, let me show you the black truth. There is an high chances, because of the lack of domain knowledge, management take a call of thinking on the BA. So, because I had seen people has been just vanished from the process, just because they are not having a background of the domain. So again, I will say it is very much true what the Kumar has kept on saying few many times, that domain knowledge, whatever BA is bringing into the company on the table, is the only value that they count, to be honest.
Yeah, thanks, Manisha. Kirti has moved into listening mode, so he may not be able to acknowledge, but I'm sure he's listening in.
Sure.
Yeah. So before we move forward, as we have a couple of new faces here, so just wanted to, suggest a brief of who we are and what we do. So basically, we are part of the BA club, the Business Analysts Club. We started this club roughly 4 years back. This is the fourth year, if I'm correct, or at least third year, if I'm wrong. So yeah, we are running these sessions from quite some time. So what we do is we run these sessions from January till the time festival season starts. So today's was supposed to be the last session of the year, and then we were supposed to reconvene for the next year, but as Neil has suggested that he'll be interested in taking a banking domain session. So we'll schedule one or two more sessions, in case there are any further requests, and then we'll take a break. And we'll reconvene next year. So, in order to get an update of all these sessions, please do join in the BA club. So you can go to Telegram, and in the search window, just say THEBACLUB, the BA club without any space, and you'll find the Telegram group. So do join the group. There could be a possibility that Telegram may get banned. So in just as a backup plans, do follow me on Twitter, on X, so that once we in case that happens, then I'll set up some other platform, or I'll set up some other channel for us to communicate, or maybe we can continue on X itself. So do follow me on X. Right now I'm not very active, I don't post much except for this BA club, but yeah, in case Telegram is not there, then I'll make use of this platform much more. So do join in the club. Only then you can get up to date on what all sessions we are conducting and when we are conducting. So we conduct these sessions on Saturday 9:30 p.m. IST every week, January till August, September. Yeah, so just to a bit from my side. So Srinivas, sorry to keep you waiting.
Yeah, Shipra, I just need to add on to Harshit.
Mhm.
Probably data analysis, we just need to know the implementation part, Harshit. It's not about you doing data analysis. For example, if you are getting data from any of the data analysis tool like Tableau, Power BI, and all, and that is integrated with integrated with our application, then we need to know how it is implemented, like how we are going to display data, like dashboard, widgets, cards, and all. That part is very essential. That I need to add. And for Kirti,
Okay.
yeah, for Kirti, I just need to know, like if it is a product-based company or the service-based company which he is talking about. If it is a product, and if he is just a backfill role, or the new role, all altogether new role created. If it is a backfill role, I believe there will be minimal set of documents which somebody has documented and kept. You can go through it. And if it is a product, I think the sky is the limit. You can extract. You will what because I have worked in product based and service based, and like every time when I switch the company, I have switched the domain altogether. So I know how it works. If it is a product, then you can, what I feel is, you will get an access to application. You can just play around it, and you can build your own workflow, or you can get whatever you want. That I wanted to add. Thanks.
Thank you, Srinivas, for your valuable feedback. It's a product-based company, and the most of the resources are yet to build by the team, and some lies on my part as well. They expected me to document the process from end to end, but that's the real challenge. I take it as a uh, interesting thing to take this and make it to the next level. Thank you.
Yeah, probably what I suggest is, you can build it as a small use case, Kirti, because in one of the role, where we were developing a COVID application, there was nothing when I joined the organization. So I started building as a use case, like small use case, or the small workflow, piece of a workflow, and based on that, having it as a base, then you can continue documentation. That might help you.
Sure, Srinivas. Thank you.
Just one more question. Wait,
So
wait.
also what Srinivas said, Kirti, just one more. I know that you're getting a lot of bombarding today, but just one more point regarding documentation is that if you have the BRD template, start filling it out and keep it in a common folder with your manager, and you can just tell him that whenever he gets time, just go through it and add comments, because there will be iterations, there will be a number of thousands of iterations in which he will ask you to do something, he will ask you to make some amendments, add some new things. So start, I mean, at least give it a start. with the BRD template, start adding the details. Even a minute thing, start adding the content page. After that, start adding the audience. Then start adding the stakeholders. Start adding uh, the background, then the objective. Even if you start filling this, I'm sure that you will be able to fill the functionalities and other things very easily. So start with the documents, go with iterations. As and when you will as and when the iterations will pass on, you will see that your documentation will improve iteration by iteration.
Thank you, Kumar.
Yeah, and just one more
Thanks, Trin.
quick question, Kirti. So, how much total experience do you have?
I have around 4, but I was an Angular developer, and then later I figured out my passion to work closely with business and help them. And there are so much questions on my head. Why should I do so? I have a relevant experience of BA as 1.5 years, but the role which I had take previously was just an ad tech martech project, so advertisement marketing technology, wherein I will be given with some of the key valuable pairs, and I need to convey to the developer to make that implement on the applications.
Hmm. Yeah, just a piece of advice from my side, Kirti. It's up to you whether you want to take it or not. Yeah. So 4 years is counted as a fresher only. Plus, in a BA world, right? So maybe not in developer world, but in BA world, 4 years is a fresher only. Until 5 years, we count a person as a fresher. Plus, you didn't have the same background or same experience in the past as well, right? So you are even new. So if I look at from your experience perspective, you have zero experience. You are as good as 1 year fresher or 2 year fresher. You have some professional experience, but not on the project which you are working on, right? So feel free to go back to your project manager and say that you need a senior BA on this project. And if you think it's overwhelming for you, or the ask is too much, feel free to have a heart to heart discussion with the project manager and say that, see, I don't have prior experience, and it will be good if you can bring in a senior BA for this project, because it will be better to have a senior BA guiding you on what needs to be done, right? So they can then assign you some analysis work. They can tell you, okay, this is what we are going to do, can you write user stories, right? So you will be in a much better position if you try to do something. So if you are working in a product, and you're doing in product development, then what that mean is that you have to do the market research, you have to solutionize each and everything, right? So how the product will behave, and that then you will have to think about how different client, what kind of clients I can have, and how the product will suit different clients needs, right? That's too much of an ask for a from a person who is very new to this role or new to this domain, right? So if you think that you are more close to the actual things, right? So if you think that expectations are too much and you may not be able to fulfill those expectations, it is better to at the start of the project itself, it's better to go to the project manager and say that you can't do it, and you can help out some senior BA, and you want to be a part of the project, and you want to increase your learning. But sorry boss, right now it is not my cup of tea. Maybe in a year or two time I will be able to take over. But you know it's it's better to have this conversation rather than trying to float around when you don't know swimming, right? So you will end up just drunk, sinking in the water if you do that. So if the project is overwhelming, if the ask is too much, go to your project manager and make him understand that this is not something he should be expecting it from you. Yeah, just a piece of advice from my experience, because I've seen several people who have tried to put their hands into some work where they didn't have any past experience, and they didn't have anyone to guide them on or mentor them, and they end up failing very bad. It's better to say that you can't do it, rather than maybe in worst case scenario losing your job, because uh, whenever project fails, BA is the first person who gets the blame, right? Even if the BA has done whatever he could have or she could have possibly done. But it is very easy to blame a BA for a project failure. It could be, dev failure, it could be QC failure, but they don't get the blame. The blame always comes on a BA, most of the time, right? So I'm not sure why, but that does happen, right? So everything gets blamed on BA. So many things, I won't say everything, but many things get blamed on a BA. So if you can't do something, it's better to say I can't do it rather than not doing it in the end, right? So you'll keep on spending another 2 months, 3 months, and you won't be able to deliver the output. If that happens, then you'll get blamed of why didn't you raise it earlier, or it's better to raise it now rather than later, if you see what I mean.
You always, I mean, as a BA, you always get blamed. I mean, we always get blamed because we are always the entry points and the exit points of a project. So whatever happens, we will be the one who will be questioned in front of the stakeholders. That's why we get blamed. Just to answer your
But
question,
but
Shipra.
but you do agree that it's not only my experience. It's
Absolutely.
no one has ever contradicted me on that.
Oh no, not at all. You're 100% right. We will be getting blamed for uh, anything. I mean, even if tomorrow stakeholder comes up with something that, I mean, okay, at the initial discussion something was discussed, then this project started, and after that the project wants a new, I mean, the stakeholder wants a new functionality, virtual, incur more cost, incur more timeline. And if you take back to the project manager, not even the project manager, to the sponsors, even the sponsors will scold at you that how did you allow it, or how come this was not involved in the project.
Yeah. So if client
Because
is not giving requirements, it's BA's fault, right? BA is not following up.
yeah,
If the
yeah,
project management timelines are getting missed, it's BA's fault because BA has increased the scope without informing project manager. If development is not able to deliver something, BA has taken requirements which are, not technically feasible. So if QC is not able to test something, BA has written non-testable requirements, right? So uh, yeah, it's
the only solution to this, I mean, what I think, and I have always been practicing from past 2 3 years, is uh, no one is close to you than your project. Keep your communications clear, keep your scope clear, keep your documentation clear, and no one will even touch you.
Yeah, it's very important to keep a trail, right? So I always send minutes of meeting right after the call, or the very next day. If the call happens late night, I'll send the minutes of meeting very next day. Never skip out on minutes of meeting, because otherwise client will say something and you'll be like, okay, I'll do it, and you do it, and then project manager will be like, you increased the scope. So, or client says something today, and 4 days down the line, client will be like, no, this is not what I meant, right? So you will then be in a tricky position, because client is going back on the requirements, and now team has to do the rework, right? So have everything on paper, have everything written down in an email. Uh, don't think that Teams chat will count, or other communication channels will count. Have a proper formal email drafted for each and every discussion that happens, and if possible, attach those emails to your user stories, or keep them in a centralized repository of your, where you keep your project files. So have all important communication available to everyone at any point in time, and that's how you minimize your blame game. But yeah, if I, there are sometimes unrealistic expectations. People think that BA is a magician, and BA can do anything. They don't consider whether the BA has same domain experience or not, or BA has experience on similar projects or not, or BA has done something like that in the past or not, right? So if there are unrealistic expectations, my point was, it's better to iron them out right now, and have a realistic expectation setting with your project team, rather than later on not delivering those expectations. So communication is the key.
Very truly said, Shipra. If you're closing this conversation, I would just like to add a last bit part from
Yeah,
my end.
Sure, Kumar.
That companies now are looking for people who are ready to wear multiple hats. So just be ready for that. Number one. Number two is keep your domain strong. I mean, I made a mistake of changing domains multiple times. That's why I am right now facing this kind of at a same role. If you have immense experience as a BA in one single domain, trust me, you are at God level. You are literally at God level because everything will be at the tip of your hands, and people will ask for you. So no matter if that domain, I mean, if you, I mean, especially in a huge domain like BFSI, if even insurance domain is a very huge domain. In insurance domain also there are a lot of small domains, motor insurance, then you have claims, then you have payments. So just select one domain and just run over that domain for the next 5 6 years. Trust me, you will know in and out of the domain, and you will be at God level. No one will even question you about how things run, because you know that on the back of your mind that this is how things will work in this domain. And third most important thing is uh, keep your core BA skills strong, because now non-technical people now over here, I really do not want to disrespect anyone, but non-technical people who want to come into the IT field, they have one route, that is a BA. So tomorrow a sales guy can also is also applying for BA roles. A marketing guy is also applying for BA roles. Even I mean, this is my experience. Even there was one more non-technical role. A writer, was also applying for BA roles. So they don't know the core skills. They might have that kind of knowledge from a YouTube video or not, but no YouTube video will give you the core skills of what is required as a BA. So keep your core strong, and all the best. That's all I have to say, Shipra.
Yeah, that's a very good information, Kumar. Uh, and special thanks to you for agreeing for taking up this session. So this we had a very good conversation today. Uh, Before we close the call, just wanted to check if anyone has any further things to add or discuss. Yeah, Harsh.
Yeah, Kumar, thank you for the points. Like these are really wonderful. And Shipra, I just have one point. Like I got to know about this session through the WhatsApp channel. So like, are you guys active on WhatsApp community also of IABA, or is it only X?
No, Harshit. We are on Telegram, not on WhatsApp, because WhatsApp share the personal number, right? Phone number. And being a female, I'm not very comfortable sharing my personal phone number. Um, so we are on
Okay.
we are on Telegram. You can search for us using the BA Club in the search bar. It's a public group, and you can
Okay.
join in.
Okay.
Also, anytime happy to help you guys if you have any queries. I mean, thank you, Shipra, first of all, for arranging this. You're really doing a very nice job. I think I had pinged you a couple of years back that I will give a session, and after that, I was in that kind of regret. Oh, I missed it, and I don't know if she will say yes again or not. So this time, I just tried. You said yes, so thank you so much, Shipra. Guys, really happy to help anyone related to BA queries. If you have anything, let me know. I'll try my level best. If not, I will see what I can do best for you. But yeah, I will be always open for helping you guys.
Kumar, one last question to you.
Yes.
I mean,